Double digit thousands. Yes.
Yo, what's going on? This is DJ Elite. That's right, a Team Mugen duo. How's it going, everybody? Hang loose, baby. But today I'm giving you a post. That's right, I said it. A post deck lockdown Buster Blader. Now, everybody's all worried about the link summoning system that's coming out for the new format. I say, to me, I'm not too worried because I know I can rework my Buster Blader to fit that kind of format. But I want to give you an idea of what this deck can do. Like I said, this deck is a lockdown and it can set up for OTKs if played right. But you know, right now me and Settle Things are working on an idea to kind of make my deck a little bit faster, or you know, make my presence on the field even stronger for everybody to notice me a little bit more. So, without further ado, let's go check it out. Woohoo! Alright guys, here's the deck profile. Starting off with 3 Buster Bladers. Yes, 3. It's a core engine. Well, one of the core engines. Everybody knows this effect. It's an old time classic card, but you gotta love this art. Looks so much better. Next, you run the second core engine, which is Whelp of the Buster Dragon, or should I say Whelp of the Destruction Sword. Pretty much this effect states that when it's normal summon, you can get 1 Destruction Sword card from your deck to your hand. Then it has 2 other effects. You can tribute it to special summon Buster Blader from your grave or hand, or if there's a Buster Blader on the field, you can discard 1 card from, well, not 1 card, but the Destruction Sword card from your hand to the grave to special summon this card. Makes it come in handy when it's time to play bigger plays or Synchro. I run 3 Dragon Busters. This card helps you lock down extra card decks because when this card is equipped to a Buster Blader, it says your opponent cannot special summon from the extra card deck. And also it's a tuner. Level 1 on top of that. Really nice. And I think I'm going to keep it at 3, but I'm still working up new ideas. Next, I only run 1 Buster Blader, the Destruction Sword. Its card is not that big of a deal, but only reason I'm using it for is the fact that when it's on field or graveyard, its name becomes Buster Blader, and I can use this for fusion material when it comes to that time. So that's about it. I say just stick to 1 if you run 1, otherwise don't run it at all. I run 1 Maiden and 1 Sage. It is supposed to be 2 Sages, but I don't have 2. I only got 1, so Maiden is the only one that works. We all know Sages that when it's normal summon, you can add 1 light tuner monster from your deck to your hand. Really good. I wish I had 2 of these, but I'm still working on that. Then from the last of the monsters, the very last one is the Sea Turtle Kaiju, Effect Veiler, no explanation needed, and 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Why I run these? Well, Kaiju is always a good thing. No one likes to get Kaiju, but we do. It's life. Get used to it. But let's go into our spell cards. We got 2 Destruction Sword Fusion. You can fusion summon for your Buster Blader using the materials that are needed, like your Buster Blader Destruction Sword. It involves Buster Blader and a Dragon type monster. And special summon it from your extra card deck. The second part of the effect is that you can discard 1 card from your hand to the grave to add this card right back to your deck. I run it at 2 because 3 was always clogging in my deck and I never get to play them the way I wanted to. So I say stick to 2. These are recyclable. I love them. I run 2 Claude Hermos. Now Claude Hermos helps you make fusion equip cards for the deck. I'm thinking about dropping it down to 1, but this card comes in handy because it counts as a fusion material and you just got to give it 1 of the card with the fusion material. So it's not a big card, but it can help me make big plays. I run 2 Mausoleum. Reason for Mausoleum because when Mausoleum's on the field, you can get 1 more additional summon when it comes to a light tuner monster. And my deck runs about 5 light tuner monsters, 6 actually. And I use it for this first effect. The second effect I don't use that much. I can, but I'd rather not. So, good field spell. hoping that I can make something better, but at the time being, I cannot. Next, I run 2 cards of consonants. Pretty much, I don't have to explain this because a lot of duelists used this card before. I know I have. So there's no need to explain cards of consonants. 2 twin twisters. A basic card. Plus, the deck has a problem destroying a lot of back row, so twin twisters will be the best thing to have at the time when you need it. Please use twin twisters. Don't be afraid to use them. Then we got a soul charge. Rigeki. 1 for 1. Foolish Burial. Basic staples of the deck. Next, I have a Alien the Dragon Destroyer. Pretty much you're allowed to add 1 Buster Blader from your deck or grade to your hand. I'm supposed to have 2 of these in my deck, but the problem is I could not find another one, so I will be getting a second one as soon as I can. I promise you that. I run 1 Terraforming right now. And then, last but not least, I do Return of the Dragon Lord. Pretty much you target a level 7 monster or 8 in your grave and special summon it to the field. And whenever your monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, which is just the dragon only, you can banish this from your grave and special summon it to the field. With that being done, next we got traps. I run about maybe, I'd say 8 traps. I don't run that many traps in here at all. I run 2 Destruction Sword Flash. It says right here, if you control a fusion monster that has Buster Blade listed as the materials, you can banish all monsters your opponent controls. When a card or card effect would target a Buster Blade monster or monsters on your side of the field you control, except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your grave, negate the effect, and destroy that card. It's good, but there's not a lot of cards nowadays that target card, just like a card or 2, you know, something like that. It's not a lot of those. So I might reduce this card to 1, but hopefully this card will still be in handful and handy at the same time. I run 3 Destruction Sword Memories. You pretty much discard 1 Destruction Sword card to special summon a Buster Blader from your deck. And if you have the materials in your grave, you can banish this card from your grave and special summon Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer. So banish this card and the materials. This will get you your fusion summon monster that you need. I run 3. I might drop it down to 2, but with the deck style I'm playing right now, 3 is pretty much a must. Then I run 1 Jar Everest, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, and last but not least, 1 Solemn Warning. I use Jar Everest because half the time, you know, a lot of people are going to get rid of Vanities or Solemn Warning. If I have these in the grave, I would try to usually get Jar Everest and activate it so I can get these cards back. And I've done it a couple times where I'll shuffle these cards in the deck, have someone cut, I draw, and I usually will pop Vanities, and they will hate me because I usually have Buster Blader and they can't get over it. But I love it. It's a real useful card. Now, I don't think a lot of people use Jar Everest, but I say to me it's a really helpful card when you really need it. Now, we're going to go to our fusion. We got 3 Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer. Pretty much basic fusion for Buster Blader. This card gets 1,000 attack for every dragon on their side of the field and grave. Every dragon that they have on the field is negated, with their effect is negated, and also their switch to defense. And to add on top of that, this thing does piercing. So if you got enough attack power on this and your opponent's monster that is a dragon has 0 defense, can you say OTK right there? Very painful. I love it. Next, I have 3 Buster Dragons. This helps you with the lockdown so you can make your opponent have dragons. Because, 1, his first effect allows you to turn all monsters into dragons that your opponent controls. The second part allows you, hey, if you don't have a Buster Blader on the side of the field, you can special summon 1 Buster Blader from your grave to the field. The last effect states that during your opponent's main phase, you can target 1 Destruction Sword card in your grave and equip it onto a Buster Blader on your side of the field. Usually that's what you're going to use is when you got Dragon Buster in your grave, equip it on your Buster Blader. Hey, your opponent cannot special summon from the extra card deck. So not only did you lock them down to all their monsters being dragon and effects are negated, they can't special summon at the same time. A mean lockdown, but it works. I love it. I run 2 Red Eyes Black Dragon Swords. This card is good, but I think I'm going to drop it at once since I don't really get to play Claude Hermos that much. But its effect states that when this card is summoned, you can equip it onto one monster on the field. That target monster gets 1,000 attack points gain, and on top of that, 500 attack and defense for every dragon type. Well, my bad, not dragon type, but every dragon on field and graveyard. Please do not summon this card and you don't have a monster, because otherwise you're power boosting your opponent's monster. You can do it on an empty field, fine, because there's nothing to, equip it on. But otherwise, don't do it. This card is probably going to get dropped to 1, almost guaranteed. I run Azure Silver Dragon. This card I don't really get to play, nor do I see much of an interest of keeping now. Only thing it helped me do was to keep Blue Eyes White Dragon and kind of protect it from being destroyed for 1 turn, I think. It's not that great, but it helped me start off my deck. But nah, this is probably gonna come out right away. I run 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This card's effect states, during either player's turn, you can target 1 face-up card your opponent controls. Negate its effect until the end of the turn. This effect right there alone hurts your opponent so bad. I don't know about Zodiacs. If you can stop most Zodiacs before they get their bigger play, drop them, hey, bam. They got no effect. They got 0. Lock them out with this card, but other times they're just going to stack on top of another until, boom, they're pretty much got you. So, yeah, and plus it's a 32. Not bad for a dragon. Synchro, huh? Woohoo! I just put this card in here, Vermilion Dragon Mech. Pretty much once per turn, you can banish 1 tuner from your hand, field, or grave, target 1 card on the field, and destroy it. Then, if this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can get 1 of your banished tuner monsters that was pretty much banished, like I said, and get it back to your hand. Really good for card popping. Like I said, you can hit back row if you need to. This would be a good card. That's kind of the reason I put it in here, because it can get back row. Next, I play a number 38 Titanic Galaxy. I'm just now starting to put in number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's a ghost rare, but you gotta love it. I also play Divine Dragon Knight Felgrant. Man, just I really don't have to explain most of their effects, but still with Felgrant's effect, once per turn during either player's turn, detach 1 extra material from this card, then target a face-up monster your opponent control, and this effect is negated. But it is unaffected by other card effects. So, hey, it's unaffected by other card effects, so big plus on there. I'm not even going to explain Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. We all had our bad times with this card, with the Galaxy Eyes when people playing it. We all had our bad moments. And lastly, but not least, I played 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon and 1 number 23 Lancelot. Why play these 2? This one could take monsters because it says right here, once per turn you can detach 1 extra material from this card and then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Monsters you control cannot attack your opponent for the rest of the turn except this card. And then the card you take control of turns into a Galaxy Eyes monster with 3,000 attack. Now, picture if that card could attack. This would almost put a person in OTK because that's 6,000 attack with the other one. And Lancelot, you can attack you directly, 2,000. That's the best way to describe the whole thing. But that's the deck profile, everybody. Hey. So I hope you like the post Buster Blader deck. When me and Seto are done, I'm hoping this deck comes out a lot better than what it is right now. Buster Blader can still be played when it comes to the link summoning system. Now, everybody probably be looking like, I don't like this. This may not work. Don't knock it until you try it. I played this deck multiple times. Like I said, I'm changing stuff up. Gonna make a new mathematical equation to make a new formula for this deck. But I really do appreciate everyone who watches our channel. Me, Seto, Grizzly, we all appreciate every one of you, and we want to say thank you for your support. Like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll see us in the next video. This is DJ Elite getting out of here. Peace and hang loose.